Hey everyone, today we got something new. A World of Tanks 2.0 introduced the tier 11s, and this one is a tier 11 German tank destroyer, Hirschkafer, which in my opinion actually probably is the worst tank from all tier 11 so far. Well, obviously I can change the opinion during all the other marks, but I think so far this tank is the worst. Well, in my opinion. They made this tank as a really backseater, a sniper tank destroyer, and with this machine, special mechanics, propellant, thermal control system, I think so Wargaming made you just to sit in the back and be a sniper schnitzels and honestly be patient and positioning in the back always, because trust me, this tank is not capable to tank at all, and you need to stay steady or drive less than 40 kilometers per hour or 20 kilometers less than 20 kilometers per hour actually to pre-warm it your gun, so you can have actually, instead of 550 alpha, 800 alpha, and well, you still can low roll, right? And trust me, this tank is not a tanker, has no armors. Why? Well, it's simple answer. Well, basically you got only 20 millimeters around the tank. We can say 20 millimeters around the tank. Oh my god, I'm dead. So that's what can happen for you when, well, you're gonna get spotted, and if any FV art is gonna focus you, you're gonna get penetrated immediately. This tank is huge, bigger than Grille, fortunately, and have less armors, more likely, and also no camo in my opinion, only 21% camo netting while not even shooting or just standing still, so that's a pretty low as well. So you got no armors, no camo net, and your alpha is a little bit weird, sometimes 550, sometimes 800, sometimes accidentally you're gonna roll over 900 as well. And yeah, that's a pure example how this tank can behave. This is one of the games where actually we had a pretty solid 5.7 thousand damage, pretty fast. DPM is really okay-ish, but remember, that's a tier 11. So yeah, 5.7 thousand in Paris, well, I'll take it. In this map I wanted to show you an accuracy, right? And keep that in mind that we use the HP experimental level 3 boost events and rammer, and I will explain you later on, and I will show you why did we use this kind of setup. The gun behaves pretty well if you fully aim, and can be 0.21 dispersion, 0.19 dispersion, and so on. But trust me, looking at these shots, which one we're doing now, is just actually pure lie. Maybe because of hardering, funny or not, but before I put a hardering, yeah, it was looking totally different, and I will prove you with few actually shots or few actually clips, which one we recently just made it. Clearly you can see it's very accurate gun, right? And funny or not, I was really also surprised that we actually hitting those kind of shots, because recently I just changed the setup. Before I was using improve aim, gun rotation. Look at this.
Let's leave a mark next time.
I hit.
We didn't even scratch him. Didn't even scratch him.
It's so high, man. The heck, bro? Oh my god!
Let's leave a mark next next time. Let's leave him a nice scratch with the next shot.
So yeah, that's how it looks like actually. And well, gun rotation, I had a pretty good solid setup for this tank. But funny or not, it says 0.20 something dispersion, right? It should be pretty way smaller circle, right? This is okay, long range shot, 500, 600 shot. That's fair enough. But honestly, this aimed circle should be way smaller, much smaller, considering he has such a great dispersion. But I can tell you one thing, this tank, something wrong with that. Something wrong with this tank. Honestly, the gun should be way more accurate, way more laser. But obviously sometimes we hit the pixels as we did on the V. But I would rather stop on Grille. I would highly recommend, if you're grinding this tech tree, stop on Grille. Don't grind further at all. Leave the tier 11 because Grille is just way better option in my opinion. Obviously, yeah, 550 alpha, DPM, yeah. So yeah, and look at the minus, another minus. It's so useless when you hit. And I got set on fire again. Again set on fire, man! Ah, man, I'm losing it, bro. I'm losing it. Are you kidding me? How is that even set on fire, man? Look, that was a good aim, no? What do I need to do now? Lucky? Happy? So yeah, I would highly recommend to use experimental HP so you can actually protect your gas tank, because this tank once again have no armors and he's fluffy, and whatever you wear you're gonna get shot. And you could see on that clip I got shot and pixel shot to the back of the tank and it still got set on fire. So, and I had a lot of set on fires, lots of gas criticals, and just trust me, use experimental HP. That's gonna protect your gas tank, and you need to protect this gas tank. On top of that, your gun will behave a little bit better. I don't know why, but as soon as I start a session with experimental hardware, my session was over 5k damage per game, and we finished with the 3 marks really quickly. Before that, we were struggling and suffering. Bad gun handling, gas tanks, bad platform, everything. But after I put a harder ring, the game changed a little bit. Honestly, the game changed. I would love to actually remark this tank again with from very beginning with the harder ring, and see what we could actually achieve. And the session which one I ended up with hard ring was a totally different experience. Honestly, I wasn't suffering so much, or maybe I was just lucky with the maps like that. 5,300, another good game, first class, obviously nothing too special, but at the same time for this tank is pretty solid. Second by damage, obviously DPV tier 12, which is better. Anyway, next game we got yeah, that's a interesting setup. This is nothing related with the hard ring or something. This setup was kind of made to check how good the gun can behave, improve aim rotation, vents. This all setup actually leads me with, if I'm correct, with the fully boosted gun, open 19 dispersion. Imagine. So you will see actually in this game the gun was behaving way better, and we hit that as well, pixel shot, which is amazing. So yeah, the gun feels a little bit more accurate, but it's funny and silly that you actually have to use this kind of setup to make it work, right? And now we're waiting to actually get extra shot, but KR1 pushing forward, so we're gonna just give a shot before he gonna go away, and that was pretty simple. Another quite long range shot, M60 getting this easy shot as well. Obviously, we don't use Rhymer because I said that multiple times. Rhymer is overrated, especially for open maps. I would highly recommend not use. And we got already 2.6 thousand damage, and that was pretty simple. It wasn't too difficult. We still with the full HP. We didn't get set on fire. So that's a bright side. And we're gonna now be more aggressive. We're gonna try to push forward to get some crossfire shots for a breaker. And look at the bright side. Sometimes you're gonna high roll, which is over 600 in every 10 seconds. That's pretty okayish. Nothing too special, but it's okayish. Once again, talking about this tank, it's in my opinion difficult to play in the front or brawl. They made it difficult. They made it a tank to actually snipe in the back and be passive as much as possible. But as soon as you're gonna get spotted, it's like if we everyone gonna focus you. And as I mentioned before, and I showed you before, this tank has no armors, so keep that in mind. Although there is one interesting fact and ability, which one I will show you very soon, and that ability makes the game a little bit more colorful, let's say like that. When you get a fully boosted shot and the enemy is one-shotable, you're gonna more likely ammo rock him. Not more likely, 100% you're gonna ammo rock him. 100%. It doesn't matter what kind of tank. Also, the bright side about that is that if the person is one-shotable, you're basically not gonna low roll. You're gonna kill him and lift his head off, which is amazing, right? Always is a pleasure to actually lift someone's head off, but with this tank it's so common that you know, you don't feel that anymore. You know, it's like KR1 rhyming used to be unique, and now KR1 doing that every game, and it's like getting bored, you know. Same with this one. You're gonna give Amarok every single shot when you fully boost it, which is once again not so special anymore, right? Well, obviously for your allies it will be, as I mentioned before, more colorful game. So there will be a head falling down or lifting off or whatever. Once even we did the Amarok for Manticore and his head disappeared from the map. So yeah, that was a pretty strong shell, I would say. 6.7 thousand damage. Our best damage was actually made in this map as well. And look at this. We got a fully boosted shell. IS-7 is one-shotable. Amarok. It looks beautiful, right? But once again, you gotta do that every single game. It doesn't feel anymore as used to. And once again, you need to wait for 20 seconds basically to get the shell ready. And we're boosting again, and there's a few tanks left. And I hope we can actually Amarok someone again, or just shoot to farm as much as possible. Grille getting spotted. Oof, another Amarok for a tank without turret, basically. I'm wondering how it looks like and where his actually turret went. But anyway, I'm not 2 Amaroks in a row. Amazing, right? So unreal. We're spotting Hacker, and he's the last basically remaining tank. We're getting shot from Arthur. Luckily, he did not pen us. Remember, flat green. This tank is flat green. We're gonna try to penetrate the Hacker turret because we got 300 almost millimeters penetration on the PCRs, and Hacker turret is pretty soft in that area. But obviously, we missed the shot. Or shot, I say, we bounce, and we're gonna try to take the last remaining kill in the game. Puff, 15 to 10. And we got a solid 3 mark of excellence game with 8.2 thousand damage. That is not the best my damage game, but the best one was only 8.7 thousand. And I'll take it. Overall, it took 165 games, which is pretty a lot. Nearly 4,000 damage per game and 490 assistance. Although, when I was marking Grille, it took me 80 battles or 81 battle to get 3 marks. And we hold it 4.2 thousand damage per game. So yeah, I mean, and that's tier 11. But once again, as I said before, I would love to actually try to remark this tank with this setup and see what we are capable. But once again, I would not waste my time for this caca. Stop on Grille, I would say. Don't grind tier 11 unless you want it. Thank you for watching. I hope you like it and subscribe it once again, and see you soon. Godpack is out. Bye bye.